Here's a typical stream out west, say somewhere in the Rockies, maybe Colorado. Clear, pristine water flowing. Now, here's something we may be more accustomed to seeing down here in South Louisiana. Another stream or creek that, well, isn't exactly clear and flowing. To say the least, the topography is, well, different. And that's a point that the Louisiana Department of Environmental Quality is trying to convey to the Environmental Protection Agency.
Let's go back and look at the basic water quality standards that have been established and make them realistic to what nature basically has out there that's working.
Secretary Mike McDaniel and his staff recently hosted a meeting with officials from the Department of Agriculture, the LSU Ag Center, the USDA's Natural Resources Conservation Service, and the Louisiana Farm Bureau. Their charge? To outline a plan to impress upon the EPA the work that ag producers have already done and continue to do to help reduce non-point sources of pollution.
If you just look at EQIP, WRP, WIP, GRP, in the last 3 years, we've invested about $91 million with farmers to do the right thing. That doesn't account for what they themselves have invested.
Through master farmer and master logger workshops, BMP literature and booklets, TMDL meetings across the state, Secretary McDaniel says he's all too aware of the work that the ag industry has been putting forth in trying to achieve the EPA's water quality goals.
On the whole, this to me is probably the success story in the agency as far as working in a voluntary type program, working with the farmers, the agricultural interests, the foresters, in that we're putting in best management practices, we're getting results, we're seeing some really good improvements. And to me, it's just the best way in the world to go about tackling environmental problems.
The Department of Environmental Quality has said that 28 of Louisiana's 111 impaired waterways will be in compliance with the EPA water standards by 2012, a mere 7 years away. Throw on top of that some looming conservation program budget cuts, and this group, and for that matter ag producers across the state, no doubt have their work cut out for them. But at least they're all in agreement on working together to achieve their common goal.
In the past, and I've been here since 1993, we have been talking past one another, about one another on the same issues. This is the first time that we've really gotten together and talked about the governor's goals, the state goals for water quality improvement, non-point source improvement, and everybody here is saying the same things, but now we're saying it to each other, and I think we're going to go forward from here.
And forward they must go, because the EPA is wanting to see more results and less impaired waterways here in Louisiana. For This Week in Louisiana Agriculture, I'm Bill Sherman.